it's Harlan with Home Redevelopment Solutions, and I'm here with Enrique. You look real excited today. And today is a really cool day because we're going to be talking about the reveal of that kitchen that we were doing, the Irvington Kitchen Refresh, where we called it the Ritter Kitchen Refresh. And I'm here today with Greg and Kate, the homeowners. How are you guys doing?
Good.
So I'm so excited to just dive in, so we're just going to get right into it, okay? So we're now in the actual reveal, so we're in the completed kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, what was, like, when you decided that you wanted to get a new kitchen, what were you really trying to achieve?
So the old kitchen was just completely non-functional. There was no counter space. We had steps coming out, and this gave us like a whole new floor plan. So really just seeing the space that was created that wasn't here before.
Yeah, and actually I remember, and Enrique might remember, but I remember when we first met, I think that was part of the challenge, was trying to visualize, like, what will this be like? How are we going to be able to pull this together? And I think you may have talked to some other contractors as well, and that actually might have confused sort of what was possible. Is that right?
Right.
Yeah, so for me, we met with a few different contractors, and this is a small space, and with the budget that we had, we weren't really going to be able to knock down walls and move things around. So we had the same footprint that we were going to have, and of the people we met with, you were one of the few people that were actually like, oh, what if you move the fridge on this other side of the wall, and what if you redo all of these other things, and kind of opened up possibilities that we weren't really thinking about.
Yeah.
And so we were able to do it within our budget in a way that made sense for us.
Oh, that's really cool. And that's actually what we really love. Enrique, you look so excited over there. You're looking around at your finished work here. You actually are the visionary behind a lot of the designs. What was it that for you that you saw here that you wanted to accomplish?
I don't know, functional?
Kitchen, functional,
I guess.
I mean, it's real interesting because when he uses the design software, what you do a lot of times is you kind of like move things around in the design software.
Yeah, and just to use the space that is there with a reasonable budget.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. So the thing is like when we use the design software, like they were talking about over here behind, if you can see behind us here, behind Kate, where now is the stove and the microwave. What was there before?
The sink with a sliver of cabinet space, upper cabinets, and that was it. No dishwasher, no nothing. The only counter space was taken up by the dish tray.
Oh, wow. And tell us what was over here on this side then.
Yeah, so on this side we had the oven, and then right next to it was the fridge, and no counter space. And then we had a set of stairs going up to the landing, which takes us up to the second floor. So we were really short on no counter space, and we didn't have a dishwasher. And so those were two things that we definitely needed.
Yeah, and so bonus. I mean, you ended up with more space, more counter space, and a dishwasher, and then in terms of this exit, it was probably not used anyway, right? Did you use it much at all?
Yeah, no. So we have two sets of stairs going up to upstairs, and it's just the two of us. So being able to close that off made a lot of sense for us.
That's really awesome.
And on this wall and that wall, there were portable countertops from like IKEA or whatever. That were already starting to fall apart, so this allowed us to not rely on those.
Yeah, that's really cool. Hey, one thing I just noticed, what do you think of the big cabinet there? You call that the pantry, right? It's pretty cool.
I don't know what that is.
So this is really awesome.
The pantry, yeah.
I thought you were talking about...
No. What I was excited about was the drawers. A lot of people really love that, so the storage that you get.
Yeah, so one thing that we love about this is it organizes Rubbermaids, which they always fall apart and things like that, so you can have lids, bowls.
Oh, that's amazing.
All organized.
Really amazing.
In our last several houses, the way that we've had our Rubbermaids, there's just been a catch-all drawer at the bottom where you can't really see what you're grabbing, and you have a mismatched lid, and it's just a nightmare. So being able to see them, and there's a significant height difference between us, so that both of us can see them is nice.
Yeah, very good. So now you can clearly see what you have.
Right, and previously there was a pot rack on the wall as well, so this allowed us to put pots and pans down here.
That's cool, yeah, that's really cool. This is a product, and you'll see in the upcoming edition of Irvington Kitchen Refresh, this is a Menards product that we've been selling quite a bit of and very excited about, and this is the color gray, which is...
Gray.
Is that what they call it in their product?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was
Stroma Gray.
Stroma Gray. Okay, Stroma Gray. So we really love this product and feel that it's very good for the price and very quality product. Very IKEA-esque, but I think more quality, which is why we sell that product. So I'm real curious. So what is it like to go through the process of the kitchen rehab? I think you said more than once, you said you know what, we're new to this, being these homeowners and doing a major project in our home. So tell us what the process was like.
So it was a little overwhelming, just because there's so many options now, right? Like looking on Wayfair and House and Menards and Lowe's and Home Depot and all these sites we never spent so much time looking at doorknobs and cabinet pulls before. But the littlest things, but all together, it turned out really cool.
That's awesome.
And we liked that we were able to find the things, so some of the things. So like we picked out the cabinet pulls, we picked out the backsplash, the brick is.
Talk about that for a minute. That's really exciting. That's one of my favorite parts of the whole project.
Yeah, so for us, and this kind of I think gets back to the design feature that kind of sold us on working with both of you, is that this kitchen really feels like us. We lived in St. Louis for a long time, and so we found these reclaimed St. Louis bricks that we wanted to put up there. One of the things that really sold us on this house was the white brick in the old setup, and we were very disappointed to find it was styrofoam, and actually it was falling apart. But so being able to have the fleur-de-lis and the backsplash and the red brick, it just really made this feel like our home.
That's really, really, really cool. What do you think the greatest challenge of the entire project, or if any? I mean, hopefully we made it easy for you. So what was the greatest challenge?
Yeah. So one thing that we weren't necessarily prepared for was just kind of the way that it takes over a little bit, right? So during demolition and stuff like that, even with the plastic up, because we were working on the stairs, there were like 2 points of entry. So there was like dust everywhere, and this is such a small space that you all had to use like every nook and cranny to put your tools and whatnot. So it just kind of like took over for a few weeks, but it was good after.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of these HGTV shows are selling you like a false reality where, it's one day this happens and the next day it's a reveal and they show you this great photo, but it's stressful to live through it. I mean, we were grateful that we did this in the summer when we were able to grill out and things like that. Couldn't have imagined having to do it in the winter.
I think for us, we try to always improve in our process, and so the idea being to educate and keep people informed is really important for us, and we try to do that. But you're never really that prepared when it's your home. And then one of the people that we just did Irvington Kitchen Refresh for, she was a very healthy eater. So being able to be organic and impossible. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we lived on various forms of microwavable chicken, pastas, and
what you could do, right?
Yeah, things that could be grilled immediately, but we couldn't make any food that required leftovers. Never boil water really for pasta.
All right, so tell us, what was the process like for working with Enrique and I and the crew, and how did we do in terms of taking you through the entire process of the kitchen refresh?
Greg and I are both relatively type A. One thing that we appreciated was kind of if we asked questions, you all responded, actually gave us answers. But kind of throughout the process, again, whenever we were talking to different contractors, just the fact that you guys gave us different ideas than what everyone else was. But you also, I feel like, listened to us in terms of what we were looking for and the feel that we wanted for it. Because I know that this is a little different aesthetic than what some of your pictures have been, but it still looks like us.
That's such a great compliment. That's truly a compliment.
Yeah, I think for us the communication was big because as much as probably new homebuyers have binge watched HGTV, it's a different process being on the other side of it. So even just like in the invoices, it spells out you're responsible for this, and we'll get this. This is where this is coming. Here's some of the things that you don't see on the HGTV shows. It takes this long for this to order, and we need to do this now because it's going to take a while for this part to come. Where there's small steps in it, and so you can kind of see how a project could get out of hand really quickly. And you're just sitting here like, they just have to paint the walls and tear down the walls and put up the walls. And it's just these 10 steps.
we're against TV.
Yeah.
The impression that they tell you on TV.
Yeah, and so it's really helpful to get a sense of like, oh, like there's a lot of intricate steps that have to happen, and it's as you do it more, it's probably paint by numbers for the two of you that you know what needs to happen. Yeah. But a first-time home buyer doesn't know all these steps. Yeah. It can be really daunting.
Yeah, like when we're trying to figure out what to do with the pantry and in the little hallway there.
And what was it? Tell us about the challenge of the pantry.
Well, we didn't know what to put there.
Oh, because the
the
spot was in there?
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what did you end up doing?
We had to custom order the pantry that we put there, like the built-in.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you hired a contractor.
Well, we have the carpenters.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, the carpenter that actually custom built that, really.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
so we have this kind of separate space that didn't have as much going on, and we tried a bunch of different ideas in our heads, but Enrique was really nice about kind of walking us through, I think this is what you're saying, and showed us a picture. We're like, yes, we want that.
Yeah, very cool.
And we probably wouldn't have been able to vocalize that.
Yeah, and one thing that I liked, going back to something that Greg mentioned, was kind of knowing up front what was our responsibility and not. So the fact that you pointed out that your initial estimate doesn't include appliances. If you want a backsplash, you need to tell us that kind of stuff. Which other contractors that we had talked to didn't say that. So even though their dollar amount might have been similar on paper, it didn't actually include everything.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember you said that you had to paint with the quote that you had before you were going to have to paint.
Yeah, one contractor that we spoke with, whose proposal ended up being more than yours anyway, it had us painting the walls in order to save money.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, I mean, the people that we met with were all proposing good ideas, and we probably would have been happy with any of them, but the level of communication was really helpful for us as new home buyers.
That's really good to hear, guys. That's really awesome. So it sounds like we nailed it. Did we nail it? What's your favorite feature of the kitchen?
So I would say this corner.
Okay.
So it's got the brick, it's got plants, the built-in shelves were something that we had kind of thrown at Enrique after we had talked about the cabinets. This sink is awesome. The amount of stuff that you could just throw in there, and instead of soaking pots and pans on the counter, we could just throw them in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, we thank you very, very much. This is Harlan again and Enrique with Home Redevelopment Solutions. You have anything else? Nope. Are you proud of your project?
Yeah.
Yeah. He always is a man of so many words. All right. So we're out. Thank you. how's it going? What's that? What is that? Looked right at it.